Dear students, in today's lecture, we will do design of IIR filter. IIR is infinite impulse response filters. Two methods are used to design IIR filter. First is impulse invariant method and the second is bilinear transformation. So these are the design steps of impulse invariance method. The step 1 is analog frequency transfer function h of s will be given. If it is not given, then obtain the expression of h of s. First you have h of s, that is analog frequency transfer function. The step second is, if required, expand h of s by using partial fraction expansion. If required means you have these three standard formulas of impulse invariance method. Means h of s should be in the form of these three expressions: 1 upon 1 minus pk, s plus a upon s plus a whole square plus b square, b upon s plus a whole square plus b square. The h of s should be in these forms. So if not, then expand h of s by partial fraction expansion. The third step is obtain z transform of each partial fraction expansion term using impulse invariance transformation equation. These are the impulse invariance transformation equation. If h of s is in this form, then obtain z transform using these three equations. Only these three equations are used to do the numericals of impulse invariance method. The step 4 is obtain h of z. This is the required design of IIR filter. Clear? I am repeating the steps. First is you should have h of s. The second is h of s should be in these three formulas, in these three forms that are given in standard formulas. Then obtain z transform using these formulas. Then h of z is your desired IIR filter. Next is example. Find out h of z using impulse invariance at 5 Hz sampling frequency of the function given below. Clear? H of s is given. First step is you should have h of s. The second is h of s should be in this form: 1 upon s minus pk, s plus a upon s plus a whole square plus b square, b upon this. If not, then expand h of s using partial fraction expansion. See, in this diagram up to now, no formula is directly applied. So we need to expand h of s using partial fraction. We know a1 upon s plus 1, a2 upon s plus 2. Then we have to calculate a1, a2. Then h of s is this. Okay. Now this is 1 upon s minus pk equation. Okay. Then apply the formula of 1 upon s minus pk. That was your first formula in formulas. So this is the form of 1 upon s minus pk. This formula is equal to 1 upon 1 minus e pk. Pk is root ts into z raised to power minus 1, where ts is sampling time. If sampling time is given, then it's okay. If sampling time is not given, then you can assume 1.1, any 0.01, any value. Okay, we assume 1 because in 1 we need not to calculate any function. ठीक है, it will multiply by 1 means same ही function रहेगा आपका. So in this numerical we have sampling frequency is given 5 megahertz and this ts is sampling time. We know this sampling time is 1 upon sampling frequency, so this is calculated as 0.2 second. If this sampling frequency or ts is not given, then you can assume ts to any value, smaller value. ठीक है. Then we know the poles are, from this we know the poles are -1 and -2. If in A upon S plus 1 means 1 upon S plus 1 is equal to this according to the formula. ठीक है, 1 minus e raised to power minus pk is -1 and ts calculated is 0.2 z inverse. It becomes this. The second part of 2 upon s plus 2 becomes 1 upon 1 minus e. Now pk is -2. Pk is root of the equation and then ts is 0.2 z inverse. It becomes this. Then we put in this equation. ठीक है, 2 upon this into -2 upon this, it becomes this. Then we further expand these expressions and we obtain this. Need not to calculate up to this, you can calculate up to this only. ठीक है, means the answer at the end you have in the form of h of z. No s term should be there. Up to h of z your answer is correct. If you want you can expand further. If you don't then you can stop up to h of z only. Clear? Now consider the next example. Consider a causal continuous time system with impulse response h of s is equal to s plus a upon s plus a square plus b. Clear? See, is this the formula? Yeah, this is the formula. S plus a, s plus a, s plus a square plus s plus b square. So you need not to expand this h of s. Like in this is h of s given. Clear? So s plus a square plus b square है ना. Here you can directly apply the formula, but here they instead use of second formula, they use the first formula to calculate the numerical, but you can directly use the second formula because h of s given is in the form of this second formula, so you can apply this second directly. ठीक है, but if you want you can apply this one only. Here instead of applying second formula directly, they have applied they have break down this and used the first formula. Clear? They used. Okay, you can directly apply the second formula, no need to do these calculations. Like in this example, this example is same as this formula. Okay, where a is 0.1 and b is 9. So this is the equation of direct formula. Okay, so need not to do these calculations. See in the formula this. Okay, this formula is directly applied over there. I'm cutting this. ठीक है, Control X. I'm showing you that you can apply this formula directly. ठीक है, what is the answer of this numerical? If they elaborate using first formula, but if they apply direct formula then answer will be the same. See, is there any difference in this? ठीक है, there is no difference, so you can directly apply this formula and this will be your answer. ठीक है, in this equation, in this numerical, only put the value of a and the value of b. Here will be 3. 3 raised to power 2 is 9. So in this formula directly put the value of a and the value of b. See, here ts is not given, so you can assume ts to 1 or ts to 0.1. Clear? ठीक है. If you want, or if like this, they have not used the formula directly. ठीक है. They first break the h of n in roots, a upon this plus b upon this, then they take the partial fraction, then they applied the formula of this formula instead of applying the this directly formula. You can apply it directly to this formula. So next is determine h of z using impulse invariance method of this. See, now this equation is not the exact formula, so we need to expand this. See, ठीक है. This is not a direct formula, so we need to expand this. But in the last numerical, there is no need to expand. You can apply direct formula. So here we use partial fraction expansion a upon this, plus this is a quadratic equation, so we use bs plus c. Then we calculate a value of a, b and c. Then we put in this equation. Clear? Then we see this, we break this formula in any of these forms. ठीक है. See, up to here no form can be used directly up to here. ठीक है. Clear? This is s minus pk. Okay, but here in this part you cannot apply any one of these formulas, so you need to expand further of this part. How you expanded this? You have breaked s square 0.5 s into this. ठीक है. Random equation that is equal to this. So you have applied, you have break this part and you used this. Then you make 0.5 common. ठीक है. And you add and multiply 0.5 minus 0.5. Then you break this and this part, and up to here you applied this s plus a upon s plus a square, and you assumed b is equal to 0, and you applied this formula. See, this formula is applied now. Yes, ठीक है. Here you assumed b is equal to 0. Similarly, in this equation you assumed b is equal to 0. For first part you applied first formula. For second and third part you applied for second part you applied second formula, because it is s plus a form, s plus a whole square, but in this b is equal to 0. And for this third part you applied this third formula. Clear? B upon s plus a square plus b square. Then you add up these three and that will be your answer or desired IIR response. Means if you have h of s not directly in the form of these formulas, then you need to expand the h of s using partial fraction expansion. Otherwise it's okay, no need to convert. So like in this example, convert the analog filter with system function h of s into digital IIR filter using impulse invariance method. Clear? So this is h of s is not given in these three forms. So we need to apply partial fraction expansion. A1 upon this, A2 upon this. Then we calculate the value of, this is the example. Then we calculate the value of A1 and A2. Then we put the value of A1 and A2. Then we compare this with formula this. Then we directly apply this formula and this will be the answer. Okay. See here TS is not given, so assume TS is equal to 1. In this form, in last numerical TS was not given, so you remain here TS, or you can apply it in -1. This was all about impulse invariant method. In next lecture we will do bilinear transformation method. Thank you.